Good day, everyone! I am Jane Calamitan. I am George Tipino.
I am Arjun C. Maturan.
I am Maria Itilardo. And we are the Group 3. And now, we will be discussing some comprehensive problems of Chapter 27, which is all about financial liabilities and debt restructuring, and Chapter 28, which is all about lease. First, we will be discussing the comprehensive problems of financial liabilities and debt restructuring of Chapter 27, which will be discussed by Ari James Maturan and Maria Ethel Arbiol.
So for the first problem, it's about the interest-bearing note lump sum. On January 1, 2024, Davao Company bought a machine from Tagum Corporation. In lieu of cash payment, Davao gave Tagum a 4-year, 4,015% note payable. Principal is due on December 31, 2026, but interest is due annually every December 31. The prevailing rate of interest for this type of note, 10%. So for the questions, how much is the cost of the machinery acquired on January 1, 2024? Number 2, how much is the interest expense for 2024? 3, how much is the carrying amount of the note on December 31, 2024? 4, how much is the current portion of the note on December 31, 2024? And lastly is how much is the non-current portion of the note on December 31, 2024? So for number 1, how much is the cost of machinery acquired on January 1, 2024? So before acquiring the cost of machinery, we must get the present value of 1 for 4 periods at 10% and the present value of ordinary annuity of 1 for 4 periods at 10%. And you will get these values. So next is, you will solve for the cost of machinery. Present value of principal, you will get this by multiplying 4 million by 0.6830 and you will get 2,732,053 pesos, 0.821. Next is the present value of interest payments by multiplying 4 million times 15% and times by 3.1699 and you will get 1,901,919.268. So after adding these numbers, you will get 4,633,973 pesos. For number 2, how much is the interest expense for 2024? And since you got the carrying amount, which is 4,633,973 pesos, you will just multiply it by effective interest rate, which is 10%, and the interest expense is 463,387 pesos.
Number 3. How much is the carrying amount of the note on December 31, 2024? So to compute this, carrying amount of note January 1, 2024 is 4,633,973 and less premium amortization, which is interest paid or interest expense. Interest paid is 600,000, while the interest expense is 400,063,397. Minus nito lang mo niya 36,603. I-minus ang carrying amount of ang premium amortization mo na makuha ang answer is 4,497,370. Number 4. How much is the current portion of the note on December 31, 2024? So, ang answer is ang nil because the note is to be paid in full on December 31, 2027. Number 5. How much is the non-current portion of the note on December 31, 2024? So to compute this, note payable due on December 31, 2027, which is 4 million, premium on note payable 633,973, less premium amortization 2024, 106,603, and to get the premium on note payable, we must minus the carrying amount and the note payable. Kung na makuha ang 633,973. Pagkuha sa 1 156,703, imorang i-multiply ang carrying amount times 10%, mamukuha ang 460,397.30 na imo kung i-multiply ang note payable times 50%, mamukuha ang 600 na pag i-minus nimo mo na 136,603. So ini-compute na nimo mo na ang 4 million plus 633,973 minus 136,603 mo na makuha ang answer na 4,497,370.
And now for the next discussion, we have the comprehensive problem of chapter 28, which is all about lease. Our problem, Cagayan Enterprises has been leasing machine to various customers. Early in 2021, the company entered into a lease for a new mining machine to Toes Gigarao Company. The lease stipulates the annual payments will be made for 6 years. The payments are to be made in advance on January 1 of each year. The estimated economic life of the machine is 12 years. Tugigarao uses the calendar year for reporting purposes and straight line depreciation for machine. In addition, the following information about the lease is also available. So, our unguaranteed residual value is 20,000. Fair market value of machine at the date of inception of the lease, 286,420, and the implicit rate known both by the lessee and lessor is 12%, and the date of first lease payment is January 1, 2021. So for our questions, we have the annual lease payments under the lease is, and the total financial revenue to be earned by the lessor over the lease term, the interest income to be recognized by the lessor in 2021, the total expenses related to the lease that will be recognized by the lessee in 2021, and lastly is the amount to be reported as lease liability as of December 31, 2021. So for the first question, we have the solution. For the finding the annual lease payments under the lease is we have this formula. Annual lease payment is equal to fair market value minus present value of unguaranteed residual value divided by the annuity due. So our annual lease payment equals 286,420 in minus to just 0.5066 times 20,000 and it divides to 4.6048. And our annual lease payment is 60,000. For number 2, the total financial revenue to be earned by the lessor over the lease term is we have this solution. Total minimum lease payment is 60,000 in times of 6, and we will get the total of 360,000. And we add just the unguaranteed residual value na 20,000. And our total lease receivable is 80,000. Then, i-minus just the fair market value of the lease asset, which is 286,420. And our total financial revenue of that is 93,580 pesos. So for number 3, in order to get the interest income to be recognized by the lessor in 2021, first is we have to make an amortization table. So for January 1, 2021, our present value is 286,420. So in order to get the succeeding present values, first is we have to get the annual collection, interest, income, amortization. Then 60,000 will minus na to sa interest income. So 0 man siya, amortization is 60,000. So 286,420 minus sa 60, come up siya o value nga 226,420. Then after na is ang 60,000 i-times siya sa interest income. So in order to come up with the interest income value, so ang 226,420 i-times na to siya sa 12%. So, come up to 27,170. So, 60,000 minus 27,170 is equals to 32,830. Then, ato na po siya minus diri sa present value nga 226,420. So, come up ka sa present value nga 193,590. So, since ang ipangita diri is unsa may i-recognize nga interest income for 2021. So, ang atong answer is 27,170. So, for number 4, so to get the total expenses related to the lease that will be recognized by the lessee in 2021. So, first is atong ang present value of periodic lease payments. So, 60,000 atong i-times sa 4.6048. So, tamang siya og 276,288. Then, maghimo na po amortization table. So, present value is kani 276,288. Then, same process, 60,000 minus interest income, which is 0. Amortization niya, 60,000. So, 276,000 minus 288 is equals to 216,288. So, 216,288 times 12% is 25,955. Na ako i-minus sa 60,000, come up siya of 34,045. So, 216,288 minus 34,045 is mukha up siya o value na 182,243. So, para sa depreciation expense, ang present value nga 276,288 divide na to of 6, which is ang atong periods. So, mukha up siya 46,048. Then, add interest expense 25,955. Total expenses would be 72,003. So, for number 5, the amount to be recorded as lease liability as of December 31, 2021. So, same gihapon ang kuan. Since given naman si Josh, ang ato naman kuan is, ang gipangita is December 31, 2021. So, gihara sila. Ang answer na to is 182,243. And that ends our discussion about the comprehensive problem of Chapter 27 and Chapter 28. Thank you for listening.